Alrighty, let's see. I'm gonna try to find myself over here. The internet is going a little bit slow on my end, so hopefully that won't affect the stream. And hopefully it gets its act together. Alright. I exist over here. That's a good start. So we'll see. Yay! The notifications might have gone out. We have 2 people here. Heather Marie 93 and Ayana 95. Hello, hello. Yay! And Annette 8986. Awesome, awesome. From Canada. Very cool, very cool. Yay, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to y'all. Whatever it is that y'all celebrate during this time. If you celebrate something during this time, I hope that it's going well so far. Miss Joycey, hello. Mocha Pen, hello. Awesome, y'all. I don't imagine that there will be a lot of people on the stream today because we're so close to all the different holiday things that are going on right now. But maybe we might surprise myself with people showing up, but I told myself it was a possibility that today might not have a whole lot of people or be a super long stream, but since it is our regularly scheduled stream time and I am made myself available, I'm gonna go live. Oh, thank you, Mocha. I wore this lip color because I had a pair of pants that I wore earlier that I was like, those pants are just being like, bah! Like really, really loud, especially against this brown, like plain brown top. And so I was like, okay, how do I make the pants not be so damn loud to where they are an eyesore? And I was like, well, let me match the pants with a lip color because I just happen to have this, like, I think it's called a lip stain, but it's just the Sephora brand liquid lipstick, matte liquid lipstick thing. But it happened to match the pants. And so I was like, okay, so if I bring some of the pants color up into my mouth, then that'll sandwich it and it won't be quite so pants, you know. Let me see if I might have taken a picture of my outfit. Let me see if I did. Yeah, I did. All right, let me see. We'll see if it'll show here. I don't know if it will. All right, back it up, back it up. Yeah, you can kind of see the pants there a little bit. As I get closer, it's going to be kind of harder to see. But the pants were just so fucking loud that I was like, I gotta put the same lip color on with the pants to try to balance that out. So yeah, my screen's not on very bright there. Maybe that'll help. Or actually, it made it worse. You know, I never know what's going to make this better or worse, but in a way you can see my features better, in a way the colors wash out more. So, yeah, I know. We'll try one more time, and this is the middle ground between the two. There. Now we know middle brightness on a phone, trying to put it up here, gives you a little bit of an idea of the color and the substance of everything else. So, all right. I have learned. But thank you, ma'am. Michelle Bienerman, yay, hello. Let's see, I hate that YouTube took away everyone's names and just went back to our little handles, because then I'm just sitting here like trying to piece together some people's names. 'Cause is it Jamaraldarin? Like, you probably have an easier way to do that, and I'm messing it up for you, but I want to say hello. So hello to you, and sorry for butchering the handle. Damn, YouTube changed things on here. But hello, and hello to you, Izzy. And to Amy Settle, hello. Yay. And Katarina, hello. Awesome. Miss Joycey says, I got you on the TV while I learn how to make dairy-free fudge for my niece. She's allergic to all dairy. Oh my gosh. To be allergic to all dairy would be absolute hell for me. Because dairy is the main reason why in the past when I had gone vegetarian, why I couldn't go vegan, because I just could not seem to get past the dairy thing. And I tried all the different substitutions and was able to make some substitutions in some things. Like I eat my cereal with dairy-free milks and stuff like that. So, in a lot of ways I was able to change things, but in some ways I was like, the alternative is not going to be good enough here. And I've got this one life that I may not even be on the planet long. You never know. So I'm like, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I tried with pants. Thank you, Heather Marie. Aaron Cooper. See? I've seen your name as Aaron for years, literal years at this point. And now it's coming up like this. I hope that I'm going to remember that screen name means Aaron Cooper. I hope I'm going to remember that. Why are these flyaways getting in my face? Okay. It's a checkbox someplace, the name handle thing? Like that I need to check a checkbox somewhere? Oh, great. Me and my technology woes having to figure out where to check a checkbox. Yeah, because I would, if it is as simple as that, I would check a checkbox. I just don't know where/how, which sounds pitiful, but it's true. Oh man, thank y'all for being here. I was putting in thought as to kind of what to do today, because I was like, well, we could just do a really brief kind of chit chat and hangout because we are in the middle of the holiday season. And sometimes the readings that we do here on the channel are inappropriate for fun, lighthearted holiday seasons. So I was like, we could do that. Or I was like, maybe there's some kind of holiday related cute little mini reading ideas that we could do, and that could still be fun. And then there was a part of me, a dark part of me, that was like, you know what? Fuck the holiday season. There's plenty of times and days around this live stream that we can engage in holiday fun. We can have this one little hour to just look at all the dark regular stuff that we look at and screw it. So I had a part of me that thought that, because there's been a lot of people sending various emails, DMs, messages, and things about looking into the epi files and stuff like that. And I'm like, and I haven't had a chance to film a full video on it, which I've wanted to do. But I was like, well, maybe I can do several mini reads on it. And so I don't know. I feel a lot of different ways about all of these various ideas. And I'm not sure exactly what to go with. So I don't know what's the best use of our time here, but I do know that I need to not go on and on and on forever today, like I sometimes tend to do. I know that I need to be, try to keep it within an hour or so today, because I do have a lot of stuff to get done, and try not to blow through my responsibilities here. Let's see. Shayla Lukatich, hello. And Chica, hey to you as well. Maddie, happy you're here. Awesome. I'm sure y'all are weighing in on your ideas to what I just said. My chat's just slow and it hasn't caught up yet to say. So I will see whenever y'all do, if anyone has an opinion. But yeah, those were the thoughts that were whirling around in my noggin today about the live stream. Let me see. While I wait to see what one of y'all may say, let me check and make sure that I am caught up on my stuff here. Because I was family planning stuff with my sister And I kind of just suddenly went live in the middle of our conversation. And so I was like, I don't know if she wrote more and I just didn't see. Let me check. Okay. So far, I'm not seeing any extra comments coming up. So either the chat has frozen or nobody has any, major opinions on the matter. So I might just make an executive decision. I don't know. Seraphine, hello. I'm glad you got to be here today. It has been a wild time, y'all. It has been a wild time. Let's see. Which of those do I feel the most drawn to? I still don't know. Maddie says the vibes will decide what gets read. I'm just here for the ride. I'm out and about, so I'll be listening in the background. Fair enough. I figured a lot of people will be out and about today, and so that's why I was kind of thinking that there might not be a big crowd today. So I'm surprised that folks showed up at all. So yay. Yay! Finally caught alive. Okay, the screen name thing. I swear they took away the regular screen names. Kamikling Beal? I'm so sorry. There's got to be a way to make the name thing easier. I apologize for mispronouncing it. I'm so glad that you caught alive and are able to be with us for a bit today. Mocha Pin's okay with whatever. Okay. So, in that case, let's take a poll here. An unofficial poll. Klingbeil? I hope I said it right. Yeah, because it's Kami. Okay. Or Cammy. See? Here I am. I'm overthinking everything at this moment. I'm just overthinking everything. Let's see. Maddie says, I'm so happy I saw the notification, though. I missed the past few lives. Aw. And Shayla Lukatich says, I work from home and usually just get to listen while working. Fair. I don't really have a lot of plans. I'm just going to go over to my parents' house. Well, it's just my mom now that daddy's gone. But just going there the morning of Christmas and doing like a breakfast brunch kind of thing. So not really much. Maybe Christmas Eve, we might do a little something, but it would just be here at my house. My husband, being that he's from Mexico, over there, their big day is really Christmas Eve night more than Christmas morning. And so they do a lot of their little celebrations together on Christmas Eve evening. So I think we'll probably be doing more then, just in our pajamas at the house, FaceTiming his family as they open up the presents that we sent them in the mail and talking to them about things and seeing all the people that are over there partying with them and getting to say hi through the camera and stuff while we're kind of in our PJs at home together. So, I think it's just going to be kind of a simple and inexpensive Christmas this year for us. Yep. But both of us celebrate Christmas as far as holidays go. I know that there's other holidays going on around this time as well, with Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, and there might be more, but those are the three that I'm aware of. Let's see. But thank you for asking. Yeah. I hope there's people out here doing like a big shebang. I wonder if anybody's doing a big shebang this year, like a whole thing. Yes, Seraphine, it's always late in the evening for you. Whenever you join, I just feel so extra special that being as late as it is all the way over there across the pond for you, that you would, come over here and join us. That just, it feels so nice. I feel the warm and fuzzies, so thank you. Kami says, what positive news do the guides have for us in the new year? That is a cool way of looking at this, that we could use this live less about the current holidays that are going on or some of the dark, crazy stuff that's going on. And we could kind of start taking a peek into next year. That might give us a little something to mull over before we cross into the next year. That's a good idea. I like that one. So excellent. I like it. Jenna, hello. And Laura Luke. Love you, mean it as well. Merry Christmas back to you too. Oh, Kami, welcome to the Perk Squad. I'm fabulous. Happy to have you here. And you've got your little green Penelope, and I've got my red Penelope. So together, our Penelopes are Christmassy. I just screwed over Penelope's eyeball. Okay, I fixed it. Yeah, winter outlook. And because winter for a lot of us is here through December and on into the new year. I know that it's cold, in my opinion, here in South Carolina in January and February too. March it starts warming up. What is this one strand of hair keep doing? I'm serious. I'm pulling it out. That's it. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. It's out. I'm done. Okay, sorry. I had a moment with that. I've been fighting with that one little hair for hours, and I've been trying to avoid pulling it out. And for hours and hours, I'm not going to deal with it the rest of this live stream. I'm just not. Yeah, I like those ideas. I think that that's a good way of looking at it, because also I was saying earlier that there was a little part of me, the whole angel on one shoulder, devil on the other. There was one part of me that was like, screw it, I've been getting a lot of DMs about looking into the Epifiles thing. Let me dig into that. And then I'm like, no, it's a mini read. You need a full video for that. And then I was like, so I'm gonna, and I was just getting in a way about it. I need to calm down. I can do that video. I can find out stuff. And in fact, if people have questions about that they want me to include in that video when I make a full length one, then fine. I've already got some questions from people from DMs and stuff that I'm going to look into. So I intend to make a full video on that. But today, I think it might be a good idea, what y'all are saying here, Heather Marie and Kami, to talk about something a little bit more positive, a little bit more lighthearted, and a little bit more, broad for all of us. Some people don't really care about Epstein stuff. And knowing about our winter outlook and the new year might give us a good little heads up into what's about to come. So I think that's a good idea. Rose Jackson, hello. And I remember your last name, Spicer. I remember. Okay. I'm having trouble pronouncing people's names today. So that's why I got so excited when I'm like, I know yours. Miss Joyce said, just finished making 3-ingredient coconut fudge. Hope she likes it. First of all, that sounds delightful. Second of all, that's a very, very sweet of you to do for your niece. Sweet literally and figuratively for you to do for her with her dairy allergy. So that's wonderful. I love it. It is really thoughtful when people do stuff like that. Like I said, I was vegetarian for 6 or 7 years. And whenever somebody thought about that and did something that was vegetarian, I was shocked, stunned, stopped in my tracks, because as an adult, I was like, well, it's my eating preferences are my responsibility. Of course, a child, that's different. But as an adult, I was like, it's my responsibility, so I'm not going to put that on anybody. And so most people didn't care, and they just did what they did, But every once in a while, somebody did, and it was, I said it wrong. Damn. Okay. Anyway, I'm getting there. But every once in a while somebody did, and it was shocking. And I was like, oh, man. And I loved it. But okay. So now you changed it to Cami Page, and you said Cami like Tammy. Okay. I'm so sorry. I've been tearing it up. I've been tearing it up today. I have been tearing it up today. So, okay. Thank you for doing all the Hooked on Phonics with me. You did all the Hooked on Phonics for all the different parts of your name, and I appreciate it, and I'm sorry that you had to do that. As someone named Beatrice, I've heard Beatrice, Beatrice, Bernice, Bridget, Patrice. I've heard all the different renditions of my name. So I understand, trying to have people, say it the way that you're used to, the way that you pronounce it and stuff like that. So sorry. And thank you for being forgiving. And yes, you said baking and cooking is such a way to show love for sure. Yes, I love to show love through baking and cooking as well. And then, yeah, you said the political type stuff is a little blah right now. Fair enough. Like, it's a holiday season. People are trying to, have magic and joy right now. And so maybe less on the heavy stuff. So, okie dokie then. Let's see. Let me pull up the cards and move this microphone right here. Yes. And before we look into these good questions about the new year and such like that, we always do end the stream with our giveaway, our Perk Squad giveaway. So because I don't always remember to mention this in advance, I want to mention it now. If you are not opted in to be able to win, like to be eligible to win, then you can, take this time now to opt in while I get set up over here to start doing our mini reading. And this could be a good time for you to do that. So basically what that is like if you want to be able to win a month free of Perk Squad access, then all you have to do is with the join button or the link in the description box, you can click that on the Perk Squad page, go to the place with the 3 and to be gifted. Because however it is YouTube chooses winners, and I'm not sure how they do, but however they choose winners, they're only able to choose winners who have opted in to this giveaway thing. So that's how you opt in. Just wanting to share that with everybody now. So if you haven't ensured that you're opted in, you can take that time now to ensure that you're opted in while I just get set up over here to start doing our mini readings. So I'm going to start doing my little prayers and stuff. And, y'all take whatever time you need on that while I get shuffled up and started. So spirit guides, angels, archangels, light beings surrounding us now, spirit of Gaia and my higher self, please assist me in the sacred co-creative process of pulling cards for the highest good of all sentient kind. Please allow me to pull the most accurate cards and read them in the most accurate ways for the highest good of all. Please protect me through this and help me to vibrate higher, 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 and higher. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Alright, shit shuffle. There we go. There we go. Let's see here. So, we've got some questions here about our winter outlook. We've got some questions here about the energy coming into the new year of 2026. And we just want to get some insights about all that. Anything that we should know, anything that we can know, anything that y'all want us to know that you think right now would be good for us to hear, good for us to know. We can take a peek into that. Alrighty, so let's see. My phone made a noise over here. Is this important before I get into something? Because once I get into something, I'm going to be in it and I ain't going to check my phone anymore. Did I miss something important? No, I did not. It's okay. Checking. Alrighty. This is all legit, just my interpretation. Alright, let's dig in. So, whatever we're allowed to know, y'all want us to know about the winter energy and new year. I'll specify New Year because technically there are some people in the Southern Hemisphere, like our Australian folks, that are not in winter, but they're still in our timeline here for the New Year, and we still want to know how things are going to go for them as well. So we want to be inclusive for everybody, so I'll just kind of specify that just in case it wasn't clear, though I'm sure the guides understood our intent and kind of where we were going with this. I'm just going to do my regular spread. I was going to do the 3 that I usually do for my mini reads, but then I was like, you know what? Let's just do the regular 6-card dealio like we do in the videos and just see where this takes us. So, the thing that I find promising and good about this is that I'm not seeing like really scary cards here. So a lot of us have felt like 2025 has been a very tough year and that there's been a lot going on and a lot of changes and a lot of big things and a lot of stuff to kind of fret over. And so seeing these cards, it's a nice little start here. So this is promising. It does look like in the New Year energy, there will be kind of some fast-paced things happening, and fast-paced things aren't always comfortable. I know for me, I like to have, some time to settle into some energy, and I like to have transition time between one thing happening and another thing happening, and I like to be given, 3-4 business days of advance warning before you, show out with some stuff. But we may not have that kind of luxury. So there may be some fast things going on. That doesn't always mean bad. It just means, hey, if you know about yourself that you're like me and fast stuff is tough, then just be prepared for the new year to kind of churn things out pretty quickly whenever it comes on us. So just, we should have that in our minds. A lot of these things will be what we consider positive. Here's our 9 of Cups upright. There will be a lot of energy that feels like it's trying to connect with the newness of the new year. So there will be a lot of things that feel like freshness or a new zing or invigoration or like new hope and promise or something. So I think that people's spirits will feel a little bit more hopeful and a little bit more excited about some potentials rather than feeling like the drudgery of everything that's been going on. So that looks positive as well. I think that having that energy swirling about will be something that we all can and should try to tap into in the new year. 7 of Wands upright. It's good, but it is a little bit of a challenge here. Here's this guy trying to kind of feel like I've got to stand my ground, mark my space and my territory, and, stand up to these other people, these other opinions, these other perspectives. I need to stand on my, the hill that I want to stand on, and I need to protect my peace and stuff. And so this guy is kind of feeling like he's going up against people, which is a challenge, but he's coming up here in the upright position, meaning he does have the energy to do that. He does have the inner fight to feel like, yeah, I want to take this on. This is something I want to take on. This is worth it to me. I feel the passion for this. I'm ready. So it's a capable energy, which is nice. Down here on the bottom row, we get a 10 of Wands upright, meaning that we might be taking on a lot in the new year. This also can sometimes feel like a challenge, like I don't want anything else on my plate. There's already a lot on my plate, but they're showing here we can shoulder it, whatever it is. So it's not like taking something on our plates that we can't handle or that's going to feel like that was the last straw. It's a little too far. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be like, okay, I can put this on my plate. If I need to take something else off, I'll be able to. Or if I need to streamline what I have on my shoulders to kind of make some space, I can. It's kind of Tetrising our life a little bit. You know, the Tetris game where you're like making things fit in perfect spatial ways and stuff like that. There's a little bit of life Tetris that's going to be going on in the new year that we're capable of. Even those of us that aren't so good at Tetris and don't have great spatial abilities, still, we can manage this. This is a manageable card, okay? So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it here by what I'm looking at. Then, with these two cards kind of being the tail end of this, High Priestess upright and Six of Wands upright, two very good cards to kind of round out this spread. The High Priestess card upright is like us having a very strong and good connection with the higher realms, our higher self, our spirit guides. You know, if we have any guardian angels or any kind of light beings around us that help us, then our connection to them will be very strong in the new year. And the way they're making me feel, I don't think this is limited to just, the turn of the new year, the cusp. It feels kind of like this is going to be a part of one of the perks that we'll have for all of 2026, that for whatever reason, and maybe they'll expand on that, throughout the year, but for whatever reason, our connection to those kind of higher light beings will just feel a bit more solid, or a bit easier to connect to, or a bit easier to kind of like dial into that station and really pick up what's going on clearly. Like, it looks like that's going to be, a bit easier for us in 2026, and we'll have that perk for us to kind of hold on to. So we can use that throughout the year, throughout the whole year. So it's like, all right, cool. I've got kind of a hotline to be like, hey guys, I need some help, give me some signs, give me something that I will understand, something that I can pick up on, and help me to not second guess myself. Help me to know and feel that resonance, that when I get a sign, I can just trust that it is what I think I'm receiving, and just kind of go with that. And this is making it seem like we'll be able to do that in 2026 in a way that feels, more organic for us. So some people already feel pretty strong and good with this. Great. You might even strengthen further in that in 2026. And for those of us that are like, I don't know if I pick up on my guides, I don't know if I can really tell what they're putting out, I'm not really sure, this will be the year that you're going to be able to learn. This will be a year that if you want to learn it, the energy will be ripe for you to be able to. So I definitely dig that. Definitely dig that. And with the Six of Wands, with that, it's a success card. It's a confidence card. It's I'm on my horse and I've got this wreath to show that I've won this battle, and I am marching into town to really, have my moment in the sun, my moment of glory, my moment of recognition, my moment of being like, I made it. Damn it. I succeeded. I just fought a battle and I came out the other end. Like, that's a big deal. And I want to celebrate that. I want to give myself that moment. And that's really a part of this. So that could be people who thought 2025 was a particularly challenging year for them. They might sit here now and realize, holy shit, how strong am I that I made it through this? How resilient am I that I'm still here and kicking it and doing the thing? Like, wow, I'm actually kind of proud of myself. If the past me knew I was going to go through all these things this year and that I'd still be in this kind of a condition at the end of it, I'd be shocked that I would be able to withstand that. So if you're in that kind of camp, the guides are really wanting you to see the seriousness, the big deal that is, and give yourself the damn credit for it. Like, take that time to actually feel proud of yourself and excited about what you've done, and like realize your strength and abilities, and your perseverance and all of that, and to take that energy into the new year. So there's just a lot of strength in this. And notice on all four corners of this reading, we have our Wands cards. All four corners. Our Wands cards are our fire signs of the tarot. Fire signs meaning passion, ambition, that internal burn, that fire to do something. It means forward movement and pushing on, persevering, taking charge. It's an action-oriented kind of energy. And it's coming up in all four corners here. It feels like the reading is kind of surrounded by these wands. It's almost like anything that happens inside, emotions and our ability to connect and all this kind of stuff, anything happening on the inside is surrounded by this like ring of fire in this very powerful way. So there's just a very unique energy going into the new year of feeling surrounded by this ring of fire, protected by this ring of fire, inspired by this ring of fire, helped in every way that you feel like you can call upon this and use it for yourself. It's a weird kind of incubation here of everything on the inside having this surrounding it. So that is interesting. I'm not sure we've seen something like that in our readings before. Certainly we've never seen a spread morph into this shape before. So, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Let me see what y'all have said in the comments that I may have missed. Cammy's like, yay, thank you guides for some encouragement to start. Yeah, because sometimes, I mean, they're not shy to tell us like it is, to tell us heavy stuff, to tell us dark stuff, because they think we can handle it, and they think we want to hear the truth, so they're not shy to tell us. But then they're also not shy to tell us these things too, and that's good to know, and it's good to hear. Hey, Ren Hennigar, hello to you. Ren says, my son said it's obvious you never played Tetris when load his dishwasher. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, you can kind of tell who would be good at Tetris and who wouldn't be when you watch people load things up, whether it's a dishwasher or whether it's things on shelves, packing in a trunk, anything trying to fit in tight spaces. Your fridge is full, thank the Lord, and you're putting everything in to try to get it to fit, or you got too much shit in your freezer and you're trying to make room for things. Yeah, that's when I get my husband to go in, because there's a lot of things that I feel like I do stronger than him with house-related stuff. But when it comes to Tetrising and packing items, this man has worked at UPS for the better part of like 13 years. So this man knows how to Tetris stuff. How many packages has he loaded into a UPS package car? How many packages has he, delivered and put on shelves in perfect places to try to navigate a path through? This man is the Tetris king. And so anytime I'm like, I'm not going to get this stuff to fit in the fridge, and I'm mad, I'm pissed. And he's like, and he just, done. In the attic, and he's like, done, So, yeah, my spatial skills are not where it's at, man. It's not where it's at. It's not where it's at. Although I can look at a pile of leftovers and know exactly what size Tupperware just by looking at it that I'm gonna need. That's my superpower. I'm really annoyed that I don't have another superpower, like the superpower to know how to make money, like really, really good. But my superpower is I can look at leftovers and know exactly what Tupperware sizes I'm going to need. Don't mean to brag, but it's my superpower. Kimmy says, that's exciting. Always asking for my receptors. Ooh, to be picking up clearly and often. I love how you put that. Asking for my receptors to be picking up clearly and often. Love those last 2 cards in the first spread. Me too. Me too. Seraphine says, indeed, interesting. Shaylin Lukatich, my husband can Tetris the car like nobody's business, but get him away from the fridge or the dishwasher. Men usually, on the whole, have better Tetris abilities, just like women usually, on the whole, have better, like, nurturing type abilities. You know, some abilities overall do seem to, you know, gravitate to one group does them better than another group. Certainly there's differences if you kind of break it down, lots of uniqueness, but on the whole, men are usually pretty good at the Tetrisy thing. Spatial abilities are usually something they can do really well, really well. Let's see. Laura Luke says, yes, I'm proud of myself for surviving a liver transplant and an open heart surgery in 2025. Laura Luke, I'm glad you gave yourself the trophy in the chat, because that is deserved and earned all the way. Congratulations on that. Man, I feel proud, but I'm like not like in the pejorative, I'm proud of you, but like in the I'm proud for you. I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. That makes me feel like I'm beaming with pride to be like, oh my gosh, you know, all the warm and fuzzies. That's a big deal. So yay, congratulations to Laura Luke, surviving a liver transplant and open heart surgery in 2025. Trophy for you. I love that. I love that. I'm so glad you're still here with us. Brilliant, brilliant. Happy to have you here. You are meant to be here. Kemi said, went through a car accident, hit at 70 miles per hour, had a hysterectomy too this month. Yes, y'all are warriors and the guides are giving you big hugs. Amen to that. Wow. I mean, and some people don't understand how big of a surgery hysterectomy surgery is. I know a lot of females do understand. Some may not quite have the appreciation for how much that is, and some guys don't really realize, but that's like major surgery. So, wow. Absolutely. Warriors indeed, Kimmy. Congratulations for making it through. Yes, covering everyone in so much healing and good health. Yes, yes. Love that. Hello, GNXO. Hello. Happy Taco Tuesday. You know, it's really pitiful that I don't think I've ever done a Taco Tuesday. I'm married to a Mexican. I don't know if he's ever done a Taco Tuesday. Literally lived in Mexico for like 30 years of his life, was raised there, but Taco Tuesday's not a thing there because taco is every day there, you know? But over here, it's a Taco Tuesday, and like, that would be a cool thing to do, is just to implement something like that, but it's just so random and hit or miss over here in our household, you know. Again, he's probably going to put something on Uncle Ma almost every day, and so we don't end up making a fun little thing of it. We need to do that. I like that we do that over here. I think we should. I need to put that in my damn household. Thank you for the reminder, GNXO. And yes, agreed that Laura Luke has a mission to continue here. Same with Kimmy. Yes. GNXO is like, who doesn't love tacos? I know some people that don't really. My sister doesn't really like Mexican food. Neither does my mom. Neither of their opinions count. I'm revoking their opinions. Kimmy's like, what? It's the best. I know. I swear. Oh man. I mean, I agree with you. And I make some good Mexican food now because like, first of all, he's taught me some things that I like and I do and I use, but then also, that's what I'm saying, GNXO, that they might not be eating the right Mexican food for them to not like it, but also maybe they don't like that kind of spice or flavor or something too. But still, there's a litany of different things you could choose. I know, I've been on that soapbox too. About it. But I'm into it, and the good thing is Alma's daughter's into it, so I'm like, me and her will do the Mexican food. You know, me and my pettiness. But one of the subscribers actually, I won't mention her name just in case she, didn't want it. I didn't ask her for permission yet. But she has had a cookbook. This a Mexican cookbook from like the, 70s or something, like one that's no longer printed. And so if you want it, you either have to literally just make copies of it, or I think what she did was she found it on like Amazon or something. And of course, all of them are going to be used, kind of tore up a little bit, maybe some food marks on it or some scribble that people have written in the margins and things like that. It's lived in, which I find charming. I really like lived in cookbooks and stuff that you could tell were pre-owned and pre-loved and stuff. I don't know. I get a kick out of that. And so she sent me one that she could find, and she was like, my husband refused to eat anything but his mother's cooking, his mother's Mexican cooking, because she ran a Mexican restaurant and she made the best authentic Mexican food, and her husband would refuse to eat anything but that. And so she was like, well, I have to use this cookbook, the kind of recipes that his mom would make in her restaurant. And that was the only way that she could get her husband to eat her Mexican food, is if she made it literally with those recipes, like for his mom in the restaurant. And so I was like, oh, well, good. I want to know about those. And all I said was, oh, good. I'd love to know that kind of thing. And surprise, she sent me a copy of the book. She found a used copy and sent it to me. I was like, and of course, they're just the sweetest thing ever. And it has gotten use here. It has gotten in use. I hope that she is able to see this I hope she's able to see this live stream and hear that. It has definitely gotten use here. I've made all kinds of things from it. I'm going to make more things from it because, like I said, the 24th is, Christmas Eve for us that celebrate Christmas and Christmas Eve. And that's when my husband and a lot of Mexican folks do more of their Christmas celebrating, is on the evening of Christmas Eve rather than Christmas morning. And so I was like, well, this year I want to make some, Mexican food, and we can just be in our little pajamas, our little Christmas pajamas. It's not matching Christmas pajamas, but it's just little pajamas that his mom had sent me years ago that with little Christmassy things. And so I wear them every Christmas Eve for her. And we just FaceTime with their family as their family's over there partying and opening presents and stuff like that. And I am going to make some items out of that cookbook, and so that we can be eating Mexican food with them, so that when we FaceTime them, that we'll be like, guess what we're eating, and show them our little authentic Mexican spread, and they're gonna be like, "Ay, qué rico," and they're gonna be excited. And so, yeah, I'm gonna do that. All my stories end up so long to not really make a big point. So, but yes, I love it. I don't know if there's more copies of it. I need to go find it and show y'all in case any of y'all are interested. Let me read what y'all have said. GeneXO says, just like Chinese food, there's good versions and very watered down or manufactured versions. Touche. I feel like there's versions like that of just basically every genre of food, and it can kind of mess it up for people. I totally agree. Oh yeah, Cami says, I live in California, so we have good stuff here. I love Cali-Mex food. I love that kind of mix. There's one restaurant here that does the mix between California and Mexican kind of inspired foods, and every other place is a little more Tex-Mex, that's kind of the usual type of thing. But this one restaurant is a Cali-Mex, and it's my favorite. He likes it, but he likes the other stuff more because it's more like what he's used to. But I really like the Cali-Mex thing because they use more veggies, they use more acidity, there's fresher veggies, fresher flavors. It's just a different kind of something, and I'm just like, oh, I love it. So I agree. And yeah, you said, I love estate sale hunting for cookbooks. Pre-loved cookbooks are so special. I agree. And yes, GNXO says, I believe it. Recipes change through hands. Authentic is usually always the best. Agreed, agreed, agreed. Aw, Shaylin Lukatich says, I get our kids a new cookbook each on Christmas. That's cute. Mocha Pin says, I love that idea. So cute. GNXO doesn't mind my story, so yay. Yes, Callie Mix. I'm telling you, Mocha, like, I hope there's some in your area, or even if there's something that you could look up online and find like a Cali Mix type recipe of something that has like a lot of positive reviews or something, as close to 5 stars as possible. Because it's just, to me, from the little bit I had, it was just instead of it being kind of more heavy, savory, thick, lots of fat kind of food, which is delicious. It was lighter, brighter, more citrusy, more acidic, and in the positive way. Like whenever you have something where something is heavy and savory, so you use an acid to cut it and make it a little bit lighter and brighter, to balance it out so it's not heavy on heavy kind of thing. And they use, to me, more like fresh flavored stuff, so fresh veggies, fresh fish, and things like that, rather than the over reliance on like heavily charred grilled meats and stuff. So I think both are amazing, and people are gonna, their palate's gonna dictate what they like. I like those kind of bright, fresh, veggie heavy things, so I like that more. My husband's more of a meat and taters and grease and all the kind of heavy stuff, because a lot of men are, and especially with that being what he was raised on, and so he really likes that. I like it too, but I can also eat more of the Cali Mix at a time, because if I eat too much of like true authentic Mexican food that's kind of the more heavy stuff at one time, my system is going to speak a few words about it. Mocha's like, I'm already looking it up. Yes, girl. Yes. Kimmy says Cali Mix has a brighter flavor profile. Yes. Teresha Marie, hello. You said, hey, B, Merry Christmas to you and yours. This is my first Christmas with the Hubs, where I'm doing a Christmas dinner. Filipino edition. Fabulous. Hopefully all goes well. Nervous but excited. I'm so sure it's going to go well. You put so much heart and thought and soul into everything that you do. I am sure that you're going to do the same with this, and it's going to go well. If anything were to go wrong, it would be stuff that's outside of your control, not on you whatsoever, and it would be one of those things that sometimes when we have things that go not exactly to plan in future years, we look back at that and we talk about it with fond memories. We laugh about it, stuff like that. So give yourself the space to have any kind of little mistakes or things happen, knowing that it will be laughable, fun stories in the future. But I'm sure everything will be fine. Yes, GNXO agrees. Says, I have faith in you. You're going to do a great job. Just take breaks, breathe, and don't drink booze during the process. Yes. Let me go get that cookbook to show y'all what it looks like on the front for anybody that was interested. So, hold 1 second. Okay, let me pull the cards away so I can show this easier. So, it was just this. It says Sunset Mexican Cookbook. And literally when it was made, it was just $1.95 was the cookbook back in the day. I have this book. I have a paper towel bookmarking what I'm going to make tomorrow. But it was, let's see. Yeah. 6th printing was in 1970. So, literally, that means the first printings of this were in the 60s, is how old this cookbook is. And a lot of the things, you can tell they were made like recipes that were made in the 60s because of the types of things that were available more in the 60s. There are certain ingredients now that we might use instead and substitute, but back then that was more what you could get a hold of. But I mean, they've got all kinds of stuff. So come on now, you can do it. Can you do it? I've said you can do it. I don't know if it can. There, you can do it. So yeah, they have things that like meals that you can make this whole big thing at parties or family occasions. They've got all the basic sauces and fillings, different kind of ways to teach you how to make different tortillas and different shapes of things. So you can do like enchiladas and tamales. You can do all the smaller things like the sopes and the huaraches, and I'm going to do gorditas tomorrow. They have things like salads and stuff for people who want to make it. People that want to do things like the Mexican rice blends and things. They have the breads and the sweets and stuff too. There's just, it's cute. It's a cute little cookbook. Like it just, I mean, shopping back in the US, and they'll even say where things kind of come from. Like if they make little recipes, they'll be like, oh, this comes from, Sonora, or this comes from, wherever and stuff. And they tell you about different filling variations that you can go through, different sandwiches and stuff you can do. It's just really cute. And there are pages in here with people's handwriting in here. There's little pages where people have spilled some sauce or things on it. It's adorable. Like over here, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see it. Make my water bottle move. But there's like a swipe here and like sauce spilled down here, stuff like that, from people who have loved it in the past. There's some down at the bottom of that page, some sauce down there from pre-loved. There's all this writing here that people wrote, all kinds of things in the margins over there and over here. So like it's cute. It's all worn through the spine and on the side. But yeah, little sunset Mexican cookbook. So for anybody that's interested in some good authentic Mexican food, not the brightly flavored Cali Mex stuff, the kind of regular norteño stuff, what my husband would eat in Tamaulipas, that kind of stuff in here. But very good stuff, very tasty stuff. If anybody's interested, hopefully they still have some copies on some sites where it could be searched up and people could find some still. I don't know for sure, but I hope so. Let me take a sip of water. Yeah, Mocha's like, oh, that's vintage, love it. Yes. Mocha's like, none in my area. I guess I'm going to have to attempt to make my own. We believe in you. GNXO, you're so right. You said you need to copy all the pages just in case. I really should. There's probably a lot of pages in here, but, I can always go to one of those, copy places and just doom. That's a good idea, honestly. With things like this that you can't get anymore, you kind of have to have backups, just like we have backup hard drives and stuff for our computers. Ooh, Trisha Marie says, my Filipino dinner menu. Glazed ham. Sounds great. Garlic rice. Also sounds great. Ooh, lumpia. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Egg roll. Wonderful. Everything that's my problem, is if I see any words that are, foreign, aka just not English, then I pronounce it the way you would pronounce a Spanish word, and that's not always the case. So I'm sorry if it's like lumpia, then I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. I know that that's good though, because I went to an international festival in April and ordered one of those egg rolls from a Filipino vendor, and I really liked it. pancit noodle dish, buko salad, coconut dessert. Ooh, also adding cookie dough cheesecake bar because why not? See, Trisha, this is how we knew that you were already going to like be on top of it. Look at you. You've got your menu together. I bet you've already got ingredients together. I bet you've already got like a plan of what you're going to make on like one day versus another day versus like the prep time, the order, I bet you got all kinds of stuff figured out. Fabulous, fabulous. Cammy's like, ooh, yum. We always do Mexican food Christmas. I bet that book has some majorly delicious recipes. Love a good authentic rice. Yes. Also love those era cookbooks because they can be nicely cost conscious. They are, and that's one thing that I'm seeing in here is a lot of times where nowadays we might use butter or certain types of like, special shortenings or stuff like that. Sometimes they're like, these flat out kind of cheap shortenings or lard or things like that because that was very accessible back in the day and all this kind of stuff. So I have noticed that some of the ways that they have things are like, trying to be simple done well rather than kind of all the different crazy things, get some, $100 saffron or whatever. They're like, no, ground you up of an ancho chili. Okay. Yes. Oh man. Good times talking about our holiday plans and food because it's one of my favorite things. I tell Julio all the time, in life, some of the main things that make me happy, food and experiences. I just want fun experiences, new experiences, eye-opening experiences, and food. Those things and my mims, my puppies, that it's like, okay, I can deal with a lot of other things screwing up as long as I can have my food and my experience and my puppies. So, absolutely. Let's see. We've been live for an hour now, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do the giveaway. Since we already gave folks some time to opt in, and of course, if anybody missed opting in, then we're going to do this at every live stream that YouTube allows us to do, so there will be future times that we can do this, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it up, and let's see who YouTube chooses to win a free 1 month of Perk Squad access here. So, membership gifting. Yep, it says I can send 5. So, we're going to send 5 more. Clickety click. Let's see who YouTube selects. All right. It says, clear your crap. Welcome to the Perk Squad. You're one of our winners. I love the name. Carla Shropshire, congratulations to you as well. And to K Talks Live, congratulations. Also, a big congratulations to Pinky Tuscadero and Wade Lester. So, yay! Our 5 winners for this month. Y'all have won a month free into the Perk Squad by however it is that YouTube chooses winners. So, happy to have y'all here. Congratulations again. Awesome. And then Maddie says, hi there, I lost service. The life of a country bumpkin going to the big city. I understand. Yeah. I'm sure you can tell by my accent that I understand. I'll have to go back later to hear about your plans. Hope you have a great time with your family. Well, I hope that you do too. And yes, everybody was sharing kind of some plans and ideas that they've got going on. So it was lovely to hear. Yeah, it's been a nice uplifting stream. We had some cool things come up today. It was a nice uplifting and encouraging mini read that we kind of have some cool things to look forward to in the new year. Some challenging things as well, but in ways that are doable, in ways that we're built for, and in ways that we can handle. So, we'll take that. Certainly excited to hear about everybody's festivities and how they go whenever we touch base next time. And speaking of next time, I need to bring up when the next time is. Okay, I'm just laughing because as I was like, speaking of next time, my phone was showing me various notifications, and the top one is reminding me to shower. Literally, when I have it like SHR, It's like, hey, get in the shower after your live stream, because it knows that I'm like doing all the things, and I'm like, oh, and I gotta this, and I gotta that, and I gotta do this, and I gotta that. And I put a reminder in being like, you know what you also gotta do? But you gotta wash your ass. That's what else you gotta do. And I'm like, yeah, I need to get in the shower. So, thank you for the reminder, phone. Brilliant of you to chime in right now and let everyone know that I need a reminder to get in the shower today. Oh man, I just knew that time was going to get away from me and stuff, and I don't ever blow dry my hair, and I hate getting in the bed late with wet hair, and so I always try to remember to shower early enough that my hair will already be dry by the time I get in the bed. Otherwise, I'm going to get in the bed with wet hair again and be like, why did you do this to yourself? You knew better. You knew you should have gotten in earlier. So that's why. Oh man. Yes, thank you, Seraphine, for joining from all the way across the world. Thank you, GeneXO, as always, for all your lovely mod skills that I don't know how you do it, but you do it somehow. Yay, for Carla Shropshire to having your membership, and congratulations, winners, and everything. And oh, wait, I was going to tell you what the next stream was. That's what I was doing. I was going to tell you what the next stream was, but then I opened my phone and it told me to shower, and then I got distracted. So our next stream is on Friday, January 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern. So again, second Friday of every month. So Friday, January 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So jot it in your calendars for anybody that, like me, who needs reminders, apparently, and need reminders of even the mundane, silly things. And so, yeah. Put it in your calendars. We'll meet back here. We will ride again together and see what else the hell we've got to get into. Because it looks like there's plenty of things for us to get into at any given time. And I'm excited to do it together with y'all. So, yeah. I hope that y'all are going to have a great rest of your week. I'm glad that we met here together today. Congratulations again to the winners. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate it. And the replay crew should be live for folks soon, for anybody that feels like they need to go back and look at things, or if they missed stuff, because I know like Maddie's signal went out and things like that. But y'all, big hugs to everyone. Y'all know I love you, mean it. And I'll see you soon. See you on the next one. We've got some January predictions videos to come up soon, like in a week or so. So, we'll see. Don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye, love you, mean it. Bye, love you, mean it.